Good.
Okay, well,
Push.
Oh. I'm not starting it over.
Huh?
It's good. I think I'm good.
Oh, okay. We're going with it. We're not
the tank engine. No, we're going.
Okay.
Blowing and going on a rainy Monday.
Yeah.
But you guys don't know that.
Okay.
No, okay, fine. Sue me for creating some mystery. You know what I hear does really well? True crime, murders, and mystery. And so I'm trying to do that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make you mad enough to commit a true crime and murder me.
Okay.
And mystery. Shut up. Yeah, I always feel like you're much more, when I look at the waveforms of our voices on the thing, it looks like I'm screaming, and that you're like that Kristen Wiig character who's like.
So like real life.
It's like, yes, it's like I'm
so
screaming.
Like, it's indicative of life.
And you're always doing religious ASMR.
Yeah, that's my other podcast.
John 3:16.
Whisper in Scripture with Pastor Ashley.
Well, thanks for listening to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts, guys. We found the title, and we're done now.
Whisper
in Scripture. You just going around to evangelical tents, and no one can hear you. There's a dude out here preaching red hot revival, just shouting in people's faces, wearing a flaming Guy Fieri shirt with sunglasses on the back of his head. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up on the stage next, red hot revival. Everyone's just catching the ghost, throwing snakes, shaking tambourines and ribbons, and here comes Ashley. Pastor Ashley, whispering Scripture, and then just scattered applause. Here she comes, and then you just go up there.
In the beginning,
and you just
was the Word, and the Word.
And you're just you. It's a sound. It's a lot of sounds of you adjusting the mic. Hold on, just a second. Hold on, just a second. Go ahead. What?
And the ladies in the front row fanning themselves.
Hey, quiet down. I can't hear her over the wind your fan is generating.
And that's the only revival I've been invited to. Ineffective, turns out.
Is she just going through Ecclesiastes right now? Just at a...
For every season, there is a purpose under heaven.
And Guggenheim begat Schmuggenheim.
What?
I don't know. No one hears you.
Would you like to welcome people?
Hey, guys. Welcome to Cold Hands.
Hi, guys. I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half.
How many people stopped listening during that?
Are you still here? Is this thing on?
Whisper in Scripture.
With Pastor Ashley. Welcome to episode 104, guys, of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcast.
Doing it.
This episode brought to you by Extra Strength Pat-A-Day. Once daily allergy eye drops.
1 pat a day. Have one.
Butter.
Guys, have a pat of butter. And here's the thing. You might, you'll get, you can't breathe. And you get, it's not great.
No.
But it's great.
But it's great.
You won't be allergic. You'll only be allergic to aerobics.
Listen. I'm about to claw my eyeballs out.
I'm about to claw your eyeballs out.
Look at them. They're watering.
Yeah.
They're watering.
And not for the normal reasons.
And I'm not crying, guys.
Not
for the emotions.
Not because you saw a Geico commercial that hit you just right.
Nope.
Not because somehow you had a wave of nostalgia because someone started humming the Bluebell homemade ice cream song.
No, but that'll do it.
It'll get you.
It'll get you.
You know what? The Bluebell homemade ice cream.
Bluebell homemade ice cream.
It's a perfect way to say.
Have a Bluebell.
Have yourself.
Have yourself.
Take two, guys. I can't honestly.
I was with you.
I was waiting for you to come in with the melody because I was going to find the fifth above it, and
I'm
we were going to bring it up, and you ruined it. Everyone.
And I probably changed the key.
Everyone was going to walk around all day humming it.
They probably still will.
Thinking about the nostalgic taste of vanilla bean and wooden spoon.
Vanilla bean and wooden spoon. That wooden spoon, it kicks it up in terms of nostalgia. It's not even a spoon, it's a paddle.
It's a wooden paddle. It's a wooden paddle, and it kind of ruins the ice cream.
Reminds me of strep throat.
But suddenly I'm at Dustin Downing's 8th birthday party.
Yeah.
I didn't meet Dustin when I was 8, that's true. But I did show up to his birthday party. I've got the ice cream, guys. Can we be friends? I'm moving here in a couple of years, and I'm going to be real desperate for companionship.
He doesn't even go here.
All I have is daytime Nickelodeon and a sister who breaks brushes over my head. Could I please hop your back fence and jump on your trampoline with a Flintstones push-up pop?
That
No.
is how you got firmly established into the Stillwater social scene.
Every friend I've made in life has been from just hopping their back fence and then just being out there on their trampoline when they came out.
Yep. And sometimes people didn't notice you were there, and they'd be jumping and look over.
I have a tendency to melt into the scenery. It's my body type.
Okay. It's the pat a day.
It's a pat a day. I wish that was my joke. That's a Jack Black joke, but I'm built like him, so it's fine.
You are not.
Oh, cool.
Anyway, it's raining today. It's 64 degrees in June.
Yeah.
June
Weird.
1st.
What's
June
happening?
2nd.
Yeah.
64 and rainy. Why do we live here?
On the earth?
Is my question.
No choice.
Anyway, how are you today? How are you today?
That was it. That was the end of the why do we live here question.
I like to ask it once an episode,
It's true.
and
Get out
then
your
we
bingo.
move on because
out
there's no answer.
Get out your bingo cards, guys.
Yeah. A watery eyes in Oklahoma.
Watery eyes. Why do we live in Oklahoma?
Right.
Catch all. Hopelessness of human existence.
Oh, that one we could do without.
Whisper in scripture. No, it's the free one in the middle of the bingo card.
Sure. It comes and goes.
Hopelessness of human existence is the free square.
Also known as
It's
nihilism.
also known as the center square.
Bingo.
What was his name on the center square? They would ask him a question. He'd always have an inappropriate double entendre. And like,
Oh.
he might have been the voice of Templeton the Rat on the original Charlotte's Web.
Probably.
What's his name?
I don't know. Google it.
Paul,
Producer. Oh,
Hey.
it just came to me and it just went out. Anyway, yeah, it's a sleepy day, kind of one of those days where you want to curl up
I know
and
that
nap.
Whoopi Goldberg was the center square for a stretch there.
Uh-huh.
It's not as great.
Is that the kiss of death, the center square?
Oh, I thought you were asking if being Whoopi Goldberg was
No,
the kiss
of
death.
course not.
Her relationship with Ted Danson sure didn't go.
That was a blip.
What a weird relationship.
That was a weird relationship.
You know,
And what do we know? Maybe they were great together.
I have this vision
Okay.
of her breaking up with him. She storms into his
Bar.
dressing room, not his well, his dressing room on the
The set of Cheers.
the set of three men and a little lady.
Yes.
When Danson's kind of on the downward slide, he's no longer Sam Malone.
I thought he was Darling in 3 Men and a Baby.
Yeah,
Darling.
I mean,
The bad boy.
He's no Gutenberg. He's no Selleck.
Selleck.
But
Who is?
I'll tell you what neither of these dudes did.
What's that?
Marry Mary Steenburgen,
Right. That's the ticket up.
Ted Danson. And so I have this vision that Whoopi Goldberg storms into his dressing room and says, "Ted, we're done. We're finished. It's over. I'm ghosting you." Right?
Well,
'Cause
long before her
she's in
turn.
Ghost. And he says, "Big whoop." And then she leaves. And then he marries Mary Steenburgen. And he's been dancing ever since. Guys, he's in a good place. Guys, Ted Danson. I know, right? Cheers to me on this. I read up on Ted Danson every morning to see what he's up to.
Wow. That
you.
was one of the more impressive
Guys, pageant wave.
pageant waves all around.
And I'm done. We've done it. We've whispered scripture. We've Ted Dansoned.
Yep.
And I'm finished.
Welcome to Dancing Corner.
It's the best.
So how are you? Are you recovered from the big show? Guys, this past weekend was Brandon's album release show at Beer City Music Hall in Oklahoma City. And man, what a night.
It was a great night. And just
How are you feeling?
Before we move on with that, I'm
Okay.
feeling great for one reason. Producer did his job.
Hey.
It's Paul Lind. Paul Lind. Ah, you
Man,
remember?
I was way off.
And I don't even remember who the host was. Ah, that's my Paul Lind.
Very
It's not-
good.
It's, guys, it's not good.
Right?
I'm a top left square at best.
At best.
And you know what? It's in life, it's good to know what square to aspire to.
Sure.
I'm never going to be center square. That's for the That's for the Jada Pinkett Smiths. That's for the Zell Wedgers.
You know where I would be comfiest?
Keith Urban.
Okay.
So real center square.
Do you know where I'd be comfiest?
In the audience?
Bottom right.
Bottom right, why?
I don't know. Just feels cozy.
Do you know what the center square is for? Alice, the maid on the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
The straw that stirs the drink, keeps it all together. Here's Alice. Doesn't even get referenced in the song. The Brady Bunch. With Alice!
Yeah.
The Brady Bunch. Also Alice! That version got scrapped.
Got scrapped.
Paul Land.
Well, they're on there in birth order. The Brady Bunch kids.
Not Alice. She's really 12. Did you know she was very young when they shot that?
Yeah, I know. And she looks much older than she is. It was the hair. It aged her.
It's called the Estelle Getty effect.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah.
You know who's my favorite Golden Girl?
We are really on one today, and I want to hear about your show. But who? Rue?
Rue McClanahan.
Sassy.
She was bawdy.
Body. Not sassy. Body.
Here's the thing. B. Arthur. Sour face.
Don't mess with
Don't cross a B. Arthur. You get stung.
Yeah.
Get the original beehive. Get in line, Yonsei, because B. Arthur is zuzzing.
Yeah.
And then you got Estelle Getty. Really 24. Looking 89.
Yes.
In here. Ma! And then you got Betty White.
Yeah.
Gone on. Best career post Golden Girls.
Hands down.
One would think.
Zany. She was the zany one.
Dude, speaking of, but
Body zany.
Body,
sassy.
Body zany, sassy, sourpuss is
Yeah.
the original. It's the working title. It hit the cutting room floor, and they were like, "How about Golden Girls?"
Yeah.
I feel like it's testing better with audiences.
Yes. So good.
Guys,
I loved that show.
tonight on NBC, zany, sassy, body, and sourpuss. And the next block, sad alcoholic Bostonians. Let's go with Cheers and Golden Girls, guys.
They're sparklier.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up, mid-30-somethings who shouldn't be able to afford their apartment, and observational neurotic comedy.
Friends is better.
Coming up.
Friends is better.
Coming up next, mockumentary style, boss who should be fired every single day. Dude who...
Sexual harassment.
Yeah, coming up next on NBC, HR complaint. One episode, done.
The Office tested way better with focus groups.
Back to the Daily Show with you, Steve Carell. You're not cutting it in the American workplace.
That would be a great
Anyway,
comedy sketch.
I'm a Blanche stan.
You're-
I'm standing for Blanche. That's what I'm doing. And guys, can we please...
Damn.
Okay, calling on you, Jonathan. Can we please make a Cold Hands, Warm Hearts shirt?
Okay.
It's a Cold Hands, Warm Hearts shirt.
Okay.
It's a picture of Rue McClanahan's face.
Okay.
And it says, Stannin for Blanche. Dude, I'll buy 10. And I'll wear one for every day of Ramadan. I don't know. Are there 10 days?
What color would this T-shirt be?
I like just a cream vintage style looking.
Yeah.
With a kind of a washed out, like old school looking Rue McClanahan. Standing for Blanche. God, it's so easy to make. You just get her that sassy little punum. You pop it on a beefy tee. Right? And then a super Jonathan, you're in charge of the font. Standing
He's
for
good
Blanche.
with fonts.
Oh my gosh, guys, that's what's doing it. You know who's got pull in the pod world? Blanche.
Oh, yeah, in all worlds.
Do you think she's got a pod?
I don't know.
I would.
Search it.
Okay, standing for Blanche tees coming to a
This
Shopify
summer.
near you.
Wow.
I'm not joking.
I know. You'd
You're
wear
gonna
it.
catch
You'd
me-
wear it at your gigs.
You're gonna catch me in these. Oh yeah, because I've got gig shirts.
Yeah.
I've got a Dolly Parton gig shirt that I like to wear.
Yes, you do.
I've got a Grady Spencer in the Work gig shirt that I like to wear.
Yeah.
Soon, we're gonna have a Standing for Blanche gig shirt. I have a Keanu Reeves one. I have a Tom Hardy one.
Yeah.
I like just pictures of celebrity faces. It
faces.
would seem. Standing for Blanche. You know her face is public domain.
Probably. I would like one for each of the Golden Gals that has like the sassy one, and it just has a face.
Ooh, okay, let's go.
Sassy one, sourpuss.
I want one that says Standing for Blanche.
Okay.
That's me. That's mine.
Yeah.
I'm getting some juicy couture style pants with it on the tuchus.
Yeah.
Put them on the tuchus. Get it.
Get it.
Get it to now. And then I've got just one that's just B. Arthur's face.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, we could have beehive.
Body.
Be silent, be still.
What? This is off the rails.
I love it because we're getting She's All That reference and a Golden Girls reference on the same shirt.
Who knew?
Who's doing it
No
in these
one will
streets
get
like
it.
CHWH?
No one will
No
get
one.
it.
One of just the Estelle Getty that just says "ma" or just says Getty Images.
That one's good.
Okay, so we've got
That's a good one.
Stannin for Blanche, Be Silent, Be Still, Getty Images, and then what's the other? What's a Betty White one? Maybe just her face.
On a white tee.
That's it. That's it. White tee.
Plain white tee.
Guys, plain white tees. Okay. There's layers. Parfaits. We're doing it.
Our Golden Girl merch. Be on the lookout.
The funny thing is, we desperately need to hitch our wagon to that star because we're not going anywhere anyways. What's the thing that broke you guys in the marketplace? Well, it's a reference to a 1980s sitcom about women in their 60s and 70s.
That's where we're headed.
Anyway, tune into our podcast where we talk about pollen, politics, and religious whispering. With the occasional poop joke. Standing for Blanche. So the show went well. I've
been wondering this because we haven't really communicated much since the show.
Oh.
Right. And I only got to see you for like 2 seconds that night, a quick 2-second hug. And then you threw a t-shirt in my face, which I still haven't paid for, by the way. And I may not.
Oh, cool. Well, guys, you got it. We just documented a $25 crime on the air.
But so initial, I'm going to need you to list 5 adjectives for how you felt about the night. Ready?
Okay.
Go.
Excited.
Yeah.
Terrified. Relieved.
Yeah.
Sweaty. Jubilant.
Warm. Oh, jubilant. Good one. I would say those, I could see all of them play out.
Diarrhea-y.
No. Well, anytime you're going to stand up in front of people, that's going to happen. Anytime
pastor
you're
who
going to
does it
whisper
once a week.
scripture,
Anytime you're going to be whispering scripture,
look out.
diaper time.
No. It's just, the nervous tum.
So
The bubble guts,
do you know
if you will.
how my bodily functions manifest themselves pre-show?
I don't know.
It's a lot of trips to the bathroom for number ones.
Sure. Yes.
Because I drink a ton of water.
Yes, you need to
and
stay hydrated.
And a lot of tea. And
What kind of tea?
they had it in the green room, which we'll get into it. But in the green room at the venue where we played, Beer City Music Hall in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Easily one of, if not my favorite venues to play.
Such a good venue.
They do an incredible job. Their green room is beautiful, wonderfully stocked.
I wasn't invited back, so I wouldn't know. Whatever. It's fine.
They had green tea, and so I had green tea. And there's actually Alex, dear friend and listener of the pod, Alex, who came to the show and was
Alex.
incredibly supportive. You can kind of see backstage if you step out far enough from the green room while the other bands are playing. And I went out to listen to the other bands from backstage.
Yeah.
The only reason I didn't go out and mill around too much is because I didn't want to be talking over.
Because it's hard to hear in there.
crowd
Yeah.
noise,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it would have messed with my voice. Maybe.
Sure. Understand.
Which already felt a little dicey to begin with. But she just caught a video of me backstage watching. There's this band up there. It's the best juxtaposition because they're rocking.
Yeah.
They're literally leaning in and rocking, and I'm steeping green tea and watching them. Looking my age. For sure looking my age.
Would you please post it?
I need something to lube my vocals.
Yeah.
And just to keep daddy awake. I'm back here steeping green tea.
Would you please post that?
Nikki Sixx is shooting 8 balls of heroin backstage.
Would you please post that? Because you need, from here on out, anyone who goes to Brandon shows, please try to capture videos like that.
It is such a Where's Waldo situation, except it's Where's Peepaw.
Where's the 40-year-old musician?
Find the grossest dude
No.
backstage.
No, a dude who knows his limits.
Listen.
Bedtime? Who knows his bedtime?
Oh, I know him.
I know.
I know him.
Who knows what his chords need?
Yeah.
You know.
And he knows that if he's to avoid literally falling face first asleep whilst playing, green tea.
I think that's great. Well done, Alex.
Yeah, she caught it. It was really funny. And she sent it to me immediately. And it just said an old man and his tea.
Yes.
So the Golden Guys. That's Brandon Birdwell and the Golden Guys. No, so really great. Beer City Music Hall, they do an amazing job. Fun fact that you might not know.
Probably not.
They have some males that like work on the like management and things like that, but I'm pretty sure, I know it's been a mission of theirs, their entire audio team, front of house, back of house, sound engineers, the people that set up the stage, do all the stuff, all female.
Wow.
Which in a largely male-dominated industry
Pretty great.
of audio engineering, they are like, and they're doing it as well or better than anybody. They're great.
The Golden Gals.
They are the Golden Gals. They're so good and so cool.
I did see some cool gals at the soundboard. Like so cool that I
Don't look directly at them.
was afraid to
It's
approach.
like a coolness eclipse, yeah.
It was.
I walk in, and they're all sitting here just
With your tea.
just looking. Yeah, I walk in. No, here's how I walked in. Oh my gosh, I got called out on this so many times.
Okay.
To the point that at one point, Grady Spencer, dear friend Grady Spencer, we'll get into that.
Yeah,
Welcome to the Brandon's post-concert edition because we're doing a lot of talking.
I hope so. That's what the agenda is. That
He was like, man, you got asked this a lot because by the opener, by people in my band, by people who work the venue, I got asked a variation of these couple of questions.
Okay, I can't wait.
You wearing your jorts tonight? Or the other one. So are you wearing your Crocs on stage? Because I sound checked in my jorts and Crocs.
That's how you arrived.
And when I was like, no, I'm not. I brought a show outfit.
Yeah, you did, and it was sharp.
Thank you.
P.S.
People were like, yeah, but understand that this isn't a ridiculous question because the sample size and track record of what you've done historically, you'll wear jorts to play music.
I'm surprised that you weren't wearing them.
I wanted to be fancy.
You were. Guys,
So I wore long pants.
Brandon's version of fancy, and I mean, truly, he looked sharp, crisp. You had on well-fitting jeans.
Thank you.
Nice jeans.
Yeah, jeans.
And a crisp white T-shirt.
Crispy.
Crisp.
Elwood.
Your Oklahoma hat. Mm-hmm. Perfect.
And Elwood.
You look great.
The brand is Elwood shirts. They're like big, like boxy, flowy shirts.
But it works for you.
Which is totally not something I normally wear. Normally I wear like a more regular
crop top.
Like guys, I like to show
mesh tank.
I'm a big navel guy. I like people to be like, the music was fine.
Right.
But that navel be popping.
That navel.
The music was fine, but that navel be popping. New single. But yeah, so did that, and it was really fun. I feel like now that we're on the back side of it, I can very much express that one of my big stresses about it was never whether the band would do well, any of that, because I know that once we get
they're very capable
boys, and also gamers. Like when it comes game time, every one of them's a performer. Like Matt Toney, it's literally what he does. He's incredible in front of a crowd. He knows when to pick his spots. Weiser, Grammy winner. Ethan Neal is the vibiest vibe that's ever vibed.
He was vibing.
I love that kid so much. I talked to him this morning. He's my morning conversation.
I know.
He's my little brother and I love him. And Ted is our entire backbone and keeps everything going.
And Teddy plays in front of people and with people constantly, so he's a pro.
I've played one show my entire life with a full band that I was fronting without Teddy, and it was I would have been terrified, but it was with Michael Trepanier, and he was very, very capable and did an incredible job. But we also added a young man.
Also, it's raining so hard right
but
now.
You won't be able to hear it. It's fine.
It is thunderous.
Yeah. But
added a new member.
New member named Sergio on trumpet.
Darling.
Also a vibe.
Vibe.
Unbelievable. Makes us all cooler. Between young Ethan Neal and Sergio, we were moderately cool because they're so cool. They brought us to the cool side.
They shaved at least 5 years off of the collective ages of the rest of you.
Don't do that math. But anyways, what I was saying is, now that we're on the back half of the thing that I was nervous about is like, that's a big room. It's a big room.
Big
So
room.
I was a little like, oh man, let's like, hopefully we can sell enough tickets so it doesn't feel cavernous and stupid. That's Big Thunder.
Thunder guy.
And the thunder. Garth Brooks owned the 90s. Guys, talk about crispy shirts. Mo Better.
Mo better.
That's what I was going to wear, but I spilled tea on it.
Big room.
People showed up,
Yeah, they
bought
did.
tickets, came out,
Yeah,
bought
they did.
records, bought T-shirts. It was really, really, really cool and a really, really fun time. So yeah,
I'm so glad you were jubilant.
jubilant.
You
People-
seem jubilant.
It was great. Playing those songs live for the first time was fun just because we've never played them before, so it was interesting. That crowd of people, the first group of people to ever hear those played. So super fun. And dear friend Tom came and took some amazing pictures and sent them to me. And
the pictures were amazing.
they're great. He doesn't do concert photography. I was like, you probably
You're kidding
I was like,
me.
you probably should be doing that.
I don't know Tom, but I saw the pictures he posted and I thought,
He's great.
What
He's great. That's what I'm saying. He
is
needs
this?
I was like, Tom, this
Could be
could be and should be a thing that you're doing.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Photo bombs by Tom.
That's that's it.
I don't know.
Working title.
Tom thumb drives. Put it on it. So, anyways, there's no bad ideas in the brainstorming phase. Yes, and so the other thing is, dear friend and listener of the pod, Grady Spencer,
Yes.
came up and shot video. He
So
sent
kind.
me. He sent me over some.
Raw footage
Yeah. And
of you steeping tea.
well, there's a lot of me dancing backstage because I do that.
Yeah,
Apparently.
yeah.
Got to release my nervous energy somehow. But yeah, he came and did that just to be a buddy, man. And
So
like
kind.
unbelievably cool of him.
Yeah.
But and I thought it was really cool that it was very full circle because he was the first person I ever played with at that venue.
Yep.
So for him to be at the show was really, really special and really, really sweet. So in summation.
In summation, jubilation.
Jubilation. There's jubilation summation. But everybody who came, those of you that are listening to the
Yeah.
pod and came out, thank you so much. Those of you that listen and couldn't make it, totally understand. At home, there's not enough tea in the world some days
I get
to
it.
get me to put
you out.
1 foot out the front door.
Yeah.
So, but some of you that didn't make it out have bought records and have like been very supportive and all that stuff. I'll tell you, I don't know if I mentioned this on the pod, and I don't need to get into it, but I've had a lot of really positive feedback from people who listen to the pod.
Yeah.
And dear friend, maybe I referenced it. I don't know. I'm old. Angie.
Angie?
Sent me a very sweet message about the record, very complimentary and very encouraging. And as a very, how would I describe Angie? I described it this way the other day to Lindsay. When she's in a room, I feel very calm.
Totally.
Right? She's such a calming presence. And
Totally.
her compliments and encouragement about the record meant an awful lot. So thanks, Angie.
She's the best. I feel the same way when she sends me messages that I give.
Yeah.
Teaching, I always
great.
think, if it was good with Angie, I'm good.
If it's good enough for Angie, it's good enough for me. There's the other T-shirt.
That's it.
And then on the back it says, Angie, ride or die.
What?
No, ride or die.
Ride or die.
It's what the kids say in 1990. So us.
Well, I will say, as a spectator, it was so impressive once again to see you do all that you can do musically in one evening, right? I mean, I know you can play other instruments, but
Sure.
you were playing guitar, you were singing, you played keys at one point, you played harmonica, you were doing the atmospheric things on the thing.
The thing. That's what I call it.
I don't know what it is.
Honestly, it's about as good a description as.
It's this stand, guys, that has like this platform, and there's a lot of lighted buttons.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
It's a prop.
No,
It's a prop and
It's
it was doing
atmospheric
nothing.
and it has things on the thing.
I was pushing buttons and they weren't doing anything, and then I would just go into the mic with my mouth.
Oh,
That's not true. But yeah, well, thank you.
that
I
was cool.
appreciate that.
Also, you rapped,
I did.
and sometimes you do that
Sometimes, occasionally. On
because JB came by.
yeah.
JB, who's dear friend, incredible human,
Best.
musician, activist, rapper, wonderful human.
He's a very special guy.
He is. And you're in a group with him called City Cinema.
And we never do that stuff ever live just because it was a fun project we did.
Right.
And the fact that he wanted to come out and do it and so supportive and so sweet. Like,
right.
Really, really, really one of those things where it's like, JB's a very busy person, and
Yeah.
JB has
He's
a
out here.
lot of obligations, and he's pulled a million different directions.
Yep.
And so it really speaks to what a supportive and kind friend he is that he wanted to come out, and because he really did. Like we don't do those songs enough to really, really, really know him, so we kind of just played with it, and
It worked.
He freestyled some, and we did the thing, and he did great.
Yeah, he did.
But really, what he kept doing throughout it, which I thought was really indicative of why he was there and what his character is, he kept turning it back to supporting what we were doing.
He kept working your name into the lyrics, which I loved.
I thought it was really, really great, and I'm very grateful that he came out and did that. And
I loved it.
Michael Trepanier was in the crowd with his lovely wife,
Sarah. I got to meet her for the first time.
Sarah, who is a beautiful human, and
Yes.
came out despite she just had a back surgery.
Bless.
And came out and like toughed it out and was there and very supportive. Being able to do those songs with Michael there, because he
Yes.
couldn't come and perform. I asked him if he would
Sure.
be willing to come perform.
Yeah.
But he has a really big session going on with an incredible artist, plug, named John Calvin Abney, who is a
Okay.
unbelievable artist, and they're making a record currently, and so Michael couldn't get away to
Right.
be prepared to do the thing, but he still snuck away to catch
He was there.
the set. So it was very, very sweet.
It was very sweet. And I've said it before about shows that you've done, but I think this one in particular, how many times in your life is there a room full of people from different phases of your life who are there to love and support you?
Yeah.
And that is very rare. Human experience, and I was so happy for you that you got to have that.
Yeah, it was. Thank you. It was very special. It was unquestionably my favorite show ever. I mean, just because it was
Jubilant.
It was very much a like an exclamation point on the process of making this stuff.
That's
like
what I was about to say.
Right, from starting from it to how I felt at the beginning of it, throughout it, and now it was a really, really great thing. So
yeah, it felt like
Very
you say,
special.
the exclamation point on this healing journey for you.
100%.
Your way of working through, some of the saddies.
Yeah.
The saddies.
Yeah.
Putting it out there, taking that energy, channeling into it, channeling it into something creative and beautiful. And then this night was such a beautiful end.
Yep, it was great, and it was funny because I could tell that you were all over the place too.
And I was
talking to people, doing the thing, doing the stuff, and so I agree. I didn't get to talk to you very much, but I feel, and you didn't talk to me much after, because I feel like you probably were just like let him decompress and reattach the head to the chicken.
Yes.
Another person that I'm going to shout out made the drive. Jake Niles, dear friend Jake Niles, made the drive from Stillwater.
Great to see Jake.
Grady obviously made the drive from Fort Worth. He wins the distance.
Yeah.
But a close second, Robert, dear friend and listener of the pod, Robert.
Dear.
And he brought his wonderful daughter.
His
so I got to
daughter.
meet her.
Me too.
It was really great to see him. And he scolded me only jokingly because the song that is his favorite, I saved for the very, very end of the set. And he's like, you did that so I wouldn't leave early.
So I would stay.
And I was like, I didn't think of it that way.
But also, yes.
But mission accomplished in your face.
Love it.
So anyway.
Truly, I did not make it past the door because there were so many people that I knew that I don't know what I expected to. I don't know. I just didn't expect to make so many connections. I gave so many hugs just to people from the past.
Yeah.
We came during Cosmic Sky's set.
Yeah.
We weren't able to make it for the first band, and I'm so sorry about that. But we had eaten dinner beforehand with our friends JJ and Nikki at Cheevers.
Hey, JJ came over and chatted with me for a minute. It was very
They're so
sweet.
great.
Yeah.
They're so great. And we ate at Cheevers, which, by the way, I know we've talked about Cheevers before. I had the seared salmon, crispy goat cheese polenta cake, collard greens, creamy red pepper sauce.
go.
Right?
Cheevers is the only thing that got me through the 1/2 marathon I did and will ever do in my life. Is because I had a brunch reservation. I was like, there's a Bloody Mary and a shrimp and grits waiting on me.
Yeah. I can do this.
Finish this stupid race.
I love it.
It's literally it. And then on the way, it was raining and icing when we finished. And so my shoes weighed 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Because apparently I decided to run in foot sponges.
Yeah.
And then on our drive, Teddy, who did the half marathon with us, and Lindsay and I were driving to our Cheevers Resi.
Yeah.
Got a flat tire. Ted and I had to change the tire on the way to Cheevers. Me in the ice with the way my hands work, and Ted had to alternate turning the tire iron because
Bless him.
because Daddy couldn't do it.
He really is the backbone.
Greatest shrimp and grits that any human has ever had.
Oh, they just warmed you right through.
I roll into Cheevers on a donut, and I say, "All the shrimp and grits you have, Cheever.
Extra spicy.
Get me Cheever. I need to look him in the eyes when I order this. I've traveled 13.1 miles on foot for your shrimp and
In sponges.
in sponges, sir. Bloody Marys and shrimp and grits all around, and a fried egg on it.
And you've never done it since.
Please and thank you."
That's great.
Anyway, so you showed up during Cosmic Sky's set,
You've run one more half marathon than I have.
and one more than I ever wanted to run.
Oh, man. Well, we had a great meal at Cheevers, great conversation. Absolutely loved it. I have a few dirty martinis a year. Had one that night. It was stellar.
That's your treat. That's your
My
treat drink of choice.
Man, I
it.
love one. Don't have very many a year, but gosh, I had a good one that night. So we got there during Cosmic Sky. They sounded amazing. I'm sure the first group did too.
Yeah, they both did.
Yeah. Just like how young they are
Unbelievable.
and how good they are. Like my
Unbelievable.
favorite thing was while they were playing, just walking around going, he's 14.
Yeah, that drummer's 14.
She
It's 14.
exactly.
It's a 14-year-old. He's better at drums than I am at anything in life.
And he's so good.
He's incredible. And one of the things, just to piggyback on that
Yeah.
made me so happy, the opening group were former instructors as well.
Yes, and I'm so sad
it's
we
okay,
missed
but
it.
Mike Vaughn, who is in the band,
Yes.
hugged me so many times and thanked me. And he literally said that it was a magical night because it was just very nostalgic because all the people knew each other that played. And it was very like full circle.
Totally.
It felt very like, talk about an exclamation point, a very nice punctuation on the whole School of Rock thing in general.
Yes, an era.
Yeah, which
School of Rock era.
another surprise was that Levi and Jess, mom and dad of School of Rock,
Yep.
were actually able to make it. I didn't know they were coming, so I saw them show up.
Yes.
That made the night extra great. But anyway, you showed up during Cosmic Sky.
Cosmic Sky, they were fantastic. I didn't make it past the door for a good 40 minutes. I just stood there and kind of greeted people as they came in.
Yeah, you did.
Also, I had a tough time getting in, and here's why.
Did they try to charge you for a ticket on top of your table?
No. I had the table, and I had my QR code. That was a bit of a thing. We ended up having to look up with the last name. It was fine. The issue was this.
I'm his sister.
No. Do you know who I am? No, I didn't.
Get me Cheever.
But here's what I did. So, Harrison has his driver's permit.
Okay.
So we're in that phase. So he has a driver's permit, which looks a lot like a driver's license. It is oriented differently. It's like this.
Sure.
It's vertical and a driver's license horizontal. Now, Harrison and I have similar coloring. I handed her, and it wasn't from the Dirty Martini. I had that hours before. I handed her Harrison's permit
Why?
more than once.
Why are two children in a trench coat trying to get into this rock and roll con? You know this is an all ages show, right?
Listen.
You know the drummer on stage right now is 14.
Listen.
You don't need to do this.
And I didn't have anything to drink at the thing, but they still put a wristband on you when you come in if you're over 21, just for everybody. So they were asking to see my ID, and I kept digging around in my wallet, and I kept grabbing Harrison's permit, and I was like, nope, not it, because my license was wrapped in a receipt. It was
Listen.
that old move, and I couldn't find it. I had to empty everything out of my wallet. I was so embarrassed. Like, what is happening?
Listen, one dirty martini and you're 2001 Paris Hilton.
No, it was hours before. I was fine.
That's hot. Here's this ID. Let me in and show you my butt. I've been of Chivers, and you,
No.
sir, doorman, listen up, doorman.
Not what happened at all.
Jeff! The doorman thinks that I can't use our son's ID to see my brother. Get Brandon, put on your tea and come let me into the show.
Listen, that is not at all what was happening.
Already carrying your heels. This license says I'm 5'11", but I'm 6'4" in these popcorns, baby. And I got Britney Spears at Walmart feet, scooting Annie. Guys, I bought a VIP tab.
Just holding my chihuahua.
Just Tinkerbell poking out of your purse.
No, it wasn't like that at all. It was more like a total well, here comes a mom with a messy purse.
Here comes a lady.
She can't find her ID.
Here comes a lady who goes out twice a year.
And it was nothing to do with the martini, I promise you.
Once for Mahjong and once for Brandon's album release show.
No, it was just indicative of my messy purse. But the sweet girl who was working the counter was probably like, what is happening here?
Move along.
Move along.
At some point she goes, just come in.
Just go.
It's not that big a deal.
Listen.
But yeah, so you guys showed up. And,
We showed up, stood at the door for 40 minutes, partly because I was trying to find my ID, partly because I was giving hugs to people.
Sure.
Whispering scripture in their ears.
One of the other things that really was like a super, super cool moment was seeing how, because Beer City is like a venue. Like it's legit. Like touring acts come through.
Yeah, it's great.
When you show up at the back door, the whole sound staff loads your stuff for you. They set up everything.
Nice.
Like it's literally a full scale operation. They are truly, I can't say enough, the best around. And the green room's fully stocked and incredible, and it's great because it needs to be for what they do there.
Yeah.
So to see the kids really kind of like
get to
soak
experience
that up
that.
and do it, they were having so much fun, and you got to watch them come alive on stage, and they blew it away to the point that the staff came up to me and they were like, "Okay, what?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I didn't book a bunch of schlubs off the street.
No,
I need people to do a good job."
Yeah.
Because I know I'm not gonna. But no, they were great. So yeah, you showed up and
we
took
showed
40
up
minutes.
and got to see them, and then Mom and Dad showed up
Trendy
shortly
and Harry
after.
were there. I saw them.
Yeah, they were. Cousin David and Ashley were there. So good to see them.
I don't think I had met her before.
She's lovely.
She bought a record and was so sweet.
Aww.
She was very sweet about it and seemed like when she was buying it, she asked which record she was buying because she had identified a few songs that she really liked.
Nice.
And so she wanted that record and she seemed very excited about it. So
she was great.
Very sweet of her.
It was wonderful. So many people from church, from the Well were there. Dear, the dearest. I do want to bring up one thing. There was a couple there.
Oh, the cowboy hat couple?
Yeah.
Dude, they were on one.
They were goals.
They have more than one dirty martini a year.
Goals.
Just
I don't know them, but they were having the best time. It was, dance like no one's watching.
And everyone was.
There's
lots of video of them headbanging.
They were in it. They were great.
Here's what I love.
I loved the energy that they brought.
I did too, because it was like, listen, vibe how you want.
Vibe.
Because we're all having a good time.
Yeah.
And you're not hurting anybody.
No.
But here's the funny thing.
Okay.
Their reactions to certain songs, not what I thought anyone would react to the songs when I wrote them.
Right.
When they were headbanging to Wasted Days. It was like we were at a Slayer concert.
I love it.
And I'm singing a song about how a man but set to major chords, set to lament of time wasted in this life.
They were in the moment.
My favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
Tom, who took photos, sent me a photo yesterday that is me sitting behind a piano.
Right.
Lights.
Right.
The whole thing.
Right.
And then he said, I just wanted to point this out to you because this is a really fun juxtaposition.
Yeah.
The two people two-stepping while you're playing When the Flowers Grow Through My Bones. And he said, it's just kind of a prime example of how once you share your art, it's how anyone wants to interpret it.
That's exactly it.
It's not yours anymore.
No.
It's the cowboy hats couples. They can two-step all the way to the grave.
They can.
To When the Flowers Grow Through My Bones.
And that's so
a song about beauty growing from death and just here we go. Boot, scoot, and boogie. Here I am singing about, will I be beautiful finally when the flowers grow through my bones? And they're over here way down yonder on the Chattahoochee Never knew how much that muddy water meant to me. Here we go. And you know what? I love it.
I love it too.
Because if
it's my favorite thing.
if I sing the saddest song you've ever heard and it makes you want to two-step, mazel, mazel, good things.
I've done it.
Good things.
You brought beauty into the world.
God, dude, I loved it. And the fact that he clocked it and took a picture of it and was like, this is a fun moment.
This is a moment. This is it. Well, it's funny that you talk about flowers growing through the bones and stuff, because Jeff was like, I don't even know if they were real. He said, I think they were the good time ghosts of the Beer City Music Hall.
Which they're being farmed out by the same factory that sent the harmonica boy to the ice rink. Here they are.
And he said, if this is what the afterlife is like, two-stepping into eternity with my gal, sign me up.
Let's go. Mo Betta shirts to the pearly gates. Here it is, guys.
They were great. And
I don't know who they were.
No.
Or who they were there to see.
I don't know.
Were they there to see me?
I don't know.
Did they decide?
I want to know more. If you guys are listening, reach out, because we want you at every show,
They
please.
were just cruising around Spotify.
Vibing.
Happened upon the new record and we're like, I don't know. Stoney LaRue's not playing in town tonight. We need to two-step to something.
Let's do it.
Beer City.
Let's go.
Or they are the ghosts. And that I like that story more.
Okay. I want them at every show you do. They're great. And I even wrote,
They're
sometimes
plants. They're plants at my shows.
we pay them.
You gotta get the people headbanging somehow.
Sometimes I wrote, sometimes their dances match the music, sometimes not.
Oftentimes not.
But it was awesome every time.
I don't care. See, that's the thing. I feel like it's very easy when you come up with something. It's very easy to, in your head, idealize
Right.
how it's going to turn out,
Sure.
which you can control. I can control it to a degree.
Sure.
I can control what I do. I can control how I put it out, when I put it out, all of that.
Right.
But the minute you do, it no longer belongs to you in terms of how people process it and interpret it.
Totally.
Some people, like the guy who reviewed the record that we talked about,
Such a good
he
review.
processed it. Was almost as though I told him exactly what I was going for.
He got
He processed it perfectly. It's to the point that I told him, like, I sent him a message. I was like, I can't imagine anyone capturing it more perfectly.
He did it.
Now juxtapose that
Right.
with two-stepping to the very same song.
Yeah.
I love it because you can't be precious about it, because did they enjoy themselves? Did they like it?
Had the best night.
Done. Mission accomplished.
I agree.
I will take that over indifference and ignoring it all day long.
Totally. I want them at every show. Guys, if you're listening, come on back, please.
Dude,
I want to know you
They got
better.
referenced by so many people. Even Grady at one point sent me a message and he was like, dude, that was such a, which by the way, his feedback means an awful lot to me because
Totally.
it's what he does. He's
Yeah.
incredible at what he does. But he was very complimentary of the show. But he also said, there was this couple in cowboy hats. That was weird, but really fun. Like
that's it.
even they affected more people in that room than I did. Welcome to Brandon Burwell's release show. No.
Best $50 I've ever spent.
Welcome to Daryl and Sarah's two-stepping party.
Daryl and Sarah. No, they were walking past the door when I was standing there for 40 minutes, and I said, you guys, come on in
You
here.
want to know what happened when they
Here's
walked?
$50.
They walked in. I forgot this until just now.
Yes.
Because they were holding their cowboy hats when they walked in.
Okay.
They weren't on their heads.
Okay.
So I didn't realize it was them.
Yeah.
They walked past. I had just walked out and was standing behind the merch table.
Yeah.
She picked up my record.
Okay.
Looked at it, read my name. So clearly they knew who the show was for, the record.
Yeah.
She read my name and then goes, oh, that's him. And then they walked off. That is the same people. I totally forgot it. Oh, that's him. Didn't look up to make eye contact to realize that was him.
It's amazing.
I was the ghost of Beer City.
Might as well. Oh, I love it so much. You guys brought me a lot of joy. Daryl and Sarah, come on back. Well, gosh, that was a lot to unpack, but I'm just to punctuate it. It was a great night. I'm so happy for you. I will never tire of watching you do that, Brandon. Like you're your best self up there. You were born to do that. You just come completely alive.
Well, I had a wonderful time, and it was made infinitely more wonderful by just support, friends, family, people I know, people I don't, people that I've met through shows that have only, like, I had several people that were there just because they were there for the show, but they don't know me, that sort of thing. One more last thing that I'm going to drop in there.
Yeah.
Do you know who showed up to the show that I was blown away by? They kept this a secret. They live in South Carolina.
Yeah, I know.
And they've lived in Japan, Germany. They've been all over the world.
Yep.
Tiffany and Alex Demma, dear friends, surprised me at the show.
They were excited to surprise you.
And I was blown away. Like the surprises, the Ballard surprise, them surprise. I mean, Grady coming to town. The fact that many people, I'm doing something okay.
Yeah,
if
you
people
are.
like me enough to show up. So that was really sweet. The only sad thing about that is if she doesn't know yet, she'll find out from the pod. Jackie will be very sad about that.
Oh, because
Jackie couldn't because she was out of town.
Right.
But you know what she did? She bought a ticket and gave it away because she's the sweetest human in the world.
Yeah.
But don't cross her; she'll cut you. But she and Demma are very dear friends.
Yeah.
And so I think them getting to spend the night hanging would have been great. So that's a bummer.
Well, you'll just have to do more.
I'll do more. I'll just go put one on in South Carolina. Come on, Jackie. Get in the Sprinter van.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I love it.
Anyway, but yes, it was wonderful, and big sigh of relief to be on the back half of it because it was just a lot of build up.
Totally.
And, but it totally delivered. It was really, really great. Everyone, thank you so much to everyone who was there, people who weren't and sent love. Brendan couldn't make it, but he sent me a message just saying, do a good job, all that. So anyway, that's it. Let's talk more about me.
Let's do it. Well, we had a week at the lake. It was our first full week at the lake.
Nice.
We're finally to the point where when we go, we're not doing projects the whole time. We're actually enjoying it.
You're actually
fishing.
doing lake.
Doing lake. We're doing lake.
How about it?
We're doing lake. And that's my new line of merch. Doing
lake lasers.
Lake lasers. But we did a lot of fishing. The kids caught a ton of bass.
So there's good fishing there.
Good fishing.
You didn't buy a house to fish at, and the fishing just sucks.
The fishing's great.
This lake's not even stocked. It's just boots and tires. It's an old lunch pail full of tax documents.
We caught a rusty chain, a coffee can.
Caught a mer person.
That'd be amazing. A torpedoed a mer person. No, harpoon.
I caught a signed headshot of Rue McClanahan.
No, they caught mostly on this trip bass.
Yeah.
Some catfish, some crappie.
Okay.
We'd like to catch more crappie because crappie's good eating.
Man, you've never been more bumpkin-y, and I love it so much.
You know me.
Crappie's good eating. You are water trash.
I'm water trash.
It's so funny, guys.
I'm living my best life.
It's just nice to know that when she's done whispering scripture, she pulls up her pants and goes crawdadding.
Mm-hmm. No.
Gigging. Frog gigging.
No. Crappie fishing.
Just floating. Mm-hmm. Just back floating with a white claw.
Yeah, no.
Spitting lake water up in the air.
Oh, and twirling. Spitting and twirling.
Got to make it back before the sun goes down. Pops a hole in the back of her inflatable raft and back to shore. That's how it works in cartoons. It's got to be real.
Oh, but as it warms up, the critters are coming out in full force. We a lot of water snakes right there where we swim.
Jeff will grab a water snake.
He'll chase one.
He fears no critter.
I'm a little concerned.
He's a critterman.
About the summer ahead. But it just got us so excited that you guys are coming up soon. And
yeah.
We're just so excited. Deb and Dave joined us for one night. So first guests.
Well, that's rude.
It was nice.
No, I stand in protest of this.
Okay. You're coming.
I've been sleeping there for weeks.
You're coming for a week.
I've been sleeping there for weeks when you're not there. So technically, I'm the first guest.
I'm the first guest. Jeff slipped you a key.
No. Have you not noticed there's a draft in the back bedroom where I popped a hole in the window?
But it was a great week. Lake Jeff is in full effect.
He's the best, Jeff.
I sent a video of Hope. Talk about vibing. Dancing to my 90s playlist on the boat.
How do you not? On a boat?
On a boat.
Playlist?
90s.
Here comes Skilo.
Here comes Skilo.
Hope wishes she was a little bit taller. She knows she's a baller.
I sent it to you guys, and Lindsay said, Lake Hope. She has a lake persona.
Lake Hope.
And you can't even, you're not ready.
I've never been ready.
Anyway, it was a great week. Loving it. We went tubing. I didn't go tubing. It was a little chilly for me, but Jeff went, and he's still sore from it.
Yeah,
I used to love it, but that was 20 years ago. I'm nervous.
I'm terrified of what's going to happen
when I do it. But it was super fun. Jeff Lake Jeff was living his best life because there are bald eagles that nest year round at Lake Eufaula.
I did not, but that's awesome.
Nothing thrills Jeff Engle more than seeing a bald eagle in the wild.
He's very patriotic.
And I wish, well, you will experience it. Every time he sees one, I have multiple photos. He extends a hand, salutes the eagle, and breaks into his own rendition of Proud to be an American.
Which is the best version.
And it's all about eagles.
Which Jeff's version of Proud to be an American is the quintessential version.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. One of these days, you know what's going to happen?
What's happening?
He's going to put that hand out. Like a falconer, and one's going to land on his hand. And you're going to get the most epic shot of the sunset behind him. Oh my gosh. Bald eagle on his powerful, sinewy forearm. Vascular, masculine, spectacular. Here comes a bald eagle, lands on Jeff's arm.
Yeah.
Mane of Kennedy hair flowing in the lake breeze on the SS Betrayal. Ah!
And I'll say, Brandon, get up here. We're renewing our vows right now.
And I'll say, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today in the presence of God and this bald eagle to re-wed these
and
two.
Lake Hope.
And Lake Hope, she's over here. I wish I was a little bit taller, y'all. And then just Dad, swing low, Papa Mau Mau, Harry, ah!
How do we lure one down? Do we just put a fillet on Jeff's arm? Just attract it with the meat?
There's nothing that needs to happen.
Okay.
When it will happen because Jeff possesses
None of
this
us
capability.
will know. I just hope we're all there.
No one will know when the bald eagle is coming. And the thing is, I'll duck and cover because I've got kite trauma, Mississippi kite trauma. I'm hiding underneath the life jacket stack.
I'm so excited. I can only hope something like that. Well, man, we're running out of time.
I know.
What do we do?
I think we're probably just going to wrap it up.
Just wrap it. Okay. No algorithm. No what you've been watching, reading, or listening to.
I'm going to do a quick what I've been watching, reading, or listening to only because you know who released a banger last Friday. Grady.
It's real good.
Oh, my, baby's got a new dress on.
New dress.
It's so good. It's been stuck in my head for days.
Well, my quick what you watch and read and listen to is Dancing with the Devil on Netflix. Guys, you know I love a religious cult documentary. They're fascinating.
Guys, you know I love a religious cult.
What I need is for people to quit using the Bible to harm people.
It's been weaponized.
Just quit it.
Don't do it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Anyway, what's your warm heart?
Come on.
I know.
The show and the people and all the things. It is inescapable. The people, the thing, the place, the whole deal, the experience. Because it's the culmination of so much stuff.
So much.
It's like a months long warm heart.
Years.
Years. So anyway, thanks y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate it very much. So.
Same as mine, watching you do your thing. And to tack on to that, watching mom and dad watch you do your thing.
Pretty great. It was incredible to have them there. So
yeah, it was.
Anyway,
there we go, guys.
Thanks for listening to us talk about me for an hour.
Well, we had a lot to debrief.
Next week, we're talking about you.
Oh, okay.
You guys can skip that episode. Hey, thanks for listening to Cold Hands and Warm Hearts. Anyway, talk soon, guys.
Talk soon, guys.
Bye.
Bye.